Have you ever wondered how the pioneers of aviation, the Wright brothers, started their journey towards the sky? In the heartlands of America, nestled within the city of Dayton, Ohio, two bright sparks were born into the world. Wilbur and Orville Wright, sons of a preacher, were destined for greatness, although their path was not immediately clear. Raised in a household where their father's spiritual teachings echoed throughout their upbringing, the brothers were instilled with a deep sense of curiosity. This curiosity, like a seed planted in fertile soil, would grow over the years, sprouting into a fascination with the world around them, and most importantly, the skies above. As they grew, their early careers took them down various paths. Wilbur, the elder of the two, initially aspired to join his father in the clergy, while Orville, the younger, showed an early knack for mechanics and invention. Despite their differing interests, a common thread wove through their lives, a fascination with flight. Their childhood was filled with kites soaring high into the blue expanse above, their imaginations taking flight alongside. These early experiences, coupled with their inherent curiosity, would lay the cornerstone for their future endeavors. The brothers' first successful venture, however, was not in the realm of aerodynamics, but rather in the world of bicycles. In the late 19th century, the bicycle was a symbol of freedom, a means to traverse distances with ease. The Wright brothers, ever the entrepreneurs, capitalized on this trend. They opened a bicycle sales and repair shop, a business that thrived under their meticulous care and innovative approach. And yet, as they toiled away in their shop, fixing gears and adjusting spokes, their minds were elsewhere. They were captivated by the notion of flight, of conquering the skies, a dream that seemed as elusive as the clouds they yearned to touch. But little did they know, their interest in bicycles would soon lead them to a path that would change the world forever. So, what triggered the Wright brothers' interest in flight? Well, the tale begins in the heartland of America, where two young lads, Wilbur and Orville Wright, were gifted a simple toy by their father. A toy helicopter made of cork, bamboo, and paper, an unassuming contraption that would spark a lifelong obsession. This toy, based on the design of French aeronautical pioneer Alphonse Pénaud, wasn't just a mere plaything. To the Wright brothers, it was an enigma, a challenge, a catalyst that invoked a profound curiosity. They were fascinated by its ability to hover in the air, by the principles that allowed it to defy gravity. This was the moment that the seed of aviation was sown in their young minds. The brothers didn't merely play with the toy, they studied it. They observed how the blades spun, how the air flowed around it, how it ascended, how it descended. They began to understand the principles of lift and drag, the dynamics of air pressure, the essence of aerodynamics. And then they started to experiment. They built their own versions of the toy, tweaking the design, refining the mechanics, trying to make it fly higher, hover longer. They were no longer just boys playing with a toy, they were inventors, innovators, pioneers in their own right. But they didn't stop at toys. They started dreaming bigger, envisioning a contraption that could carry a person, a machine that could conquer the skies. This led them to develop their own glider, a full-scale version of their toy, a testament to their ingenuity and determination. The Wright brothers' journey into the realm of flight wasn't a sudden leap. It was a gradual ascent, sparked by a simple toy, fueled by curiosity and determination, and bolstered by a relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation. The seed was planted, and the Wright brothers were set on a path of invention and innovation, and the rest, as they say, is history. But how did the Wright brothers go from a simple glider to the first powered flight? This journey was anything but a straightforward path. It was a road filled with trials, tribulations, and a relentless pursuit of a dream. The Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, were not just content with creating a gliding machine. Their vision was much bigger. They yearned for powered flight. They knew the key to achieving this lay in mastering control in all three dimensions: pitch, roll, and yaw. To understand how to control their aircraft, the brothers turned their attention to the wings. They began experimenting with various wing shapes, studying the forces of lift and drag. They observed birds, noticing how they changed the shape of their wings to control their flight. Inspired by these observations, the brothers decided to incorporate wing warping, a method of twisting the wings to change the lift and thus control the roll of the aircraft. But the Wright brothers knew they couldn't rely on observations alone. They needed concrete data. In a move that was ahead of its time, they built their wind tunnel. This wasn't just any wind tunnel. It was a precision instrument. Inside this tunnel, they tested over 200 wing shapes, gathering data that would aid them in designing an aircraft that could be controlled in all 3 dimensions. It was here in this wind tunnel that the Wright brothers developed their revolutionary 3-axis control system. This system allowed the pilot to maintain equilibrium and steer the aircraft effectively, a breakthrough that would be a cornerstone of all future fixed-wing aircraft. But the road to the first powered flight wasn't smooth. The brothers faced numerous challenges. They were met with skepticism and ridicule. Their work was physically demanding and fraught with danger. They experienced failures and crashes, but they remained undeterred. Despite the challenges, the Wright brothers never gave up, and their relentless pursuit of their dream was about to pay off. Their journey was a testament to human resilience and innovation, a tale of 2 brothers who dared to dream and changed the world forever. And then, on a cold December day in 1903, history was made. In the small coastal town of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, a palpable sense of anticipation hung in the air. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, stood on the brink of a moment that would forever alter the course of human history. They had spent years working tirelessly, innovating and imagining a world where humans could take flight. And on that cold December day, their dreams were on the cusp of becoming a reality. Orville Wright, with his heart pounding and breath misting in the frosty air, climbed aboard the flyer. This was no ordinary machine. It was a marvel of their own creation, the embodiment of their relentless pursuit of flight. Orville adjusted his cap, tightened his grip on the controls, and took one last look at his brother Wilbur, standing on the ground. In that moment, they shared a look of understanding, a silent acknowledgement of the magnitude of what was about to occur. With a nod from Orville, Wilbur let go of the flyer. The aircraft shuddered and moved slowly at first, gaining speed as it raced along the guide rail. And then, in a moment that seemed to hang in time, the flyer lifted off the ground. Orville Wright was flying. For 12 heart-stopping seconds, Orville piloted the flyer over the sands of Kitty Hawk. It was a flight that spanned only 120 feet, but its significance was immeasurable. Orville had done something that no one else had ever done before. He had flown in a powered, controlled, and sustained manner. He had defied gravity. He had taken the dream of flight and made it a reality. This flight, as short as it was, marked the birth of aviation. It was the realization of an age-old dream, the culmination of years of hard work, and the beginning of a new era. From that day forward, the sky was no longer a limit but a new frontier to explore. In just 12 seconds, the Wright brothers had changed the world. So what became of the Wright brothers after their momentous first flight? The Wright brothers' first flight marked not an end, but the beginning of an era. Their groundbreaking journey didn't stop with that 12-second flight at Kitty Hawk. No, their wings were only just beginning to unfurl. They continued to experiment, to innovate, to push the boundaries of what was deemed possible. They refined their designs, improved their techniques, and by 1905, they had constructed the world's first practical fixed-wing aircraft. But the skies weren't always clear for these pioneers. They found themselves embroiled in bitter patent disputes, defending their inventions against those who sought to steal their thunder. It was a tumultuous time, a time of great tension, but through it all they remained steadfast, their eyes firmly fixed on the horizon. Their contributions to aviation extended beyond their own inventions. The Wright brothers were also instrumental in training the first generation of pilots, passing on their knowledge, their experience, and their passion for flight. They were not just inventors, but educators, shaping the future of aviation with each lesson imparted. And what of their legacy? Well, it is all around us. Every time a plane takes to the skies, Every time a child looks up and dreams of flight, we see the enduring influence of the Wright brothers. Their spirit of invention, their relentless pursuit of the unknown, their unwavering belief in the power of human ingenuity, these values continue to resonate, echoing through the ages. They forever changed the way we view our world, shrinking distances, bridging continents, and making the once impossible dream of flight a reality. Their work laid the groundwork for the aviation industry as we know it today, an industry that has since soared to incredible heights. The Wright brothers may have taken their first flight over a century ago, but their spirit of invention and innovation continues to inspire us to reach for the skies.